What if I told you you don't have to let fear have the final say? God never meant for your emotions to be in charge. He gave that job to peace. What if peace could step in like a referee, blow the whistle on your anxiety and say, fear, you are out. Now, that's what the peace of God was designed to do. What if I told you that peace isn't just a feeling, it's your internal referee. It's your governing agent. Yes, peace gets to make the call when fear, confusion, and anxiety try to take over. Where did I get that idea from? Well, Colossians chapter 3, verse 15 says, and let the peace of God rule in your hearts, to which also you were called in one body, and be thankful. The word rule here is powerful. In the Greek, it literally means to act as an umpire, to govern or preside over a contest, to maintain order, settle disputes, and award the victory. Now, in today's language, peace is your referee. It's the governing agent, a divine authority within you that determines what gets to stay and what has to go. In modern terms, think of peace like a referee in a heated match who makes a decision, who calls the shots. Peace is the umpire that settles disputes. It makes the final call. Peace is a judge who maintains order in the courtroom of your soul, a security system filtering thoughts at the gate. So when anxiety tries to enter, peace says, that doesn't belong here. When fear rises up and chaos wants to rule, peace declares, you are out of bounds. Let peace decide which thoughts get to play and which ones get thrown out. We are living in a time where anxiety feels normal. Peace feels rare. We have so many people with mental health issues, lack of peace, because the world around them is chaotic and they feel like the walls are closing in and they have no internal regulator for this. They're lost and they're panicking. People are searching for calm but finding chaos, scrolling through media, striving, self-medicating, still not settled. Every news headline screams panic. Every plan we make seems to get interrupted. And every one of us has moments when our minds feel out of control. And in the middle of all this noise, God whispers, let my peace rule. But here's the powerful part. Paul wrote these words while imprisoned. No comfort, no freedom, no control, yet he wasn't anxious. He wasn't tormented by fear because he had learned the secret. Peace doesn't come from your surroundings, it comes from surrender. It means peace doesn't depend on your location. Peace doesn't need ideal conditions. It works in confinement, in storms, in confusion, because peace rules within before it changes what's around you. Now, let's make it practical. We already talked about the referee. When players argue and tensions arise over a play, who settles it? The umpire. His voice has authority. His ruling stands. We all watch football or basketball or something, and then the referee blows the whistle. Everything stops, comes to a standstill, especially in football. And the referee comes out and he makes a ruling. He says something, and when he makes that ruling, it's done. And peace in your heart is meant to be just like that. When the voice of doubt tries to enter, peace say, out of bounds. When confusion knocks, peace say, you don't belong here. When fear shouts, you're not enough, you're going to fail, peace blows the whistle and says, you are out. When anxiety shows up and says, this is too much, what if everything falls apart? Peace comes in and blows the whistle on it. But here's the key. Paul said, let the peace of God rule. That means you and I have the choice to let peace take the lead. We have to submit to its voice when other voices are screaming louder, not to allow panic to override peace. You don't have to be ruled by reactions. You can be led by revelation, by the ruling voice of peace. So how do you let peace rule? Recognize when fear is trying to take the mic. And anytime your thoughts start spiraling, pause and ask, is this peace or fear speaking? Number 2, surrender control. Say it out loud. God, I hand this over to you and I am letting peace rule. 3, meditate on the truth of God's word. Peace flows from his promises, not from circumstances. And 4, gratitude. That's why Paul said, and be thankful. Gratitude clears the clutter and opens the door for peace to walk in and take its seat. Today, you can decide to do it differently. You can invite peace to take the lead, to be the voice you allow, and to have the final word. Let the peace of God rule, because it's not just comfort, it's a command. Until then, remember, peace is not just for quiet days. It was made for chaotic ones, like the ones we are in today. If you want more, I invite you to sign up for my Friday Reflections, which are short, power-packed, spirit-led devotions. And you can do that by going to www.lindapjones.org. And you will just fill it in, and before you know it, the Friday Reflections will be coming into your inbox. They're short, they're power-packed, and they're encouraging, a lovely reset and a time to pause after a long week. So be sure to join me for the last episode in the series, and we are going to talk about the permanence of peace. I hope you have been enjoying these. God bless you and see you next time.